Well, apparently I just recorded a whole lot of video with a whole lot of talking with my microphones off. That's wonderful. I'm a terrible YouTuber. Hello and welcome to the greenhouse. I apparently just recorded a ton of video with my microphones off, so you guys are going to get the simplified version. I started my seed sowing today, and what I sowed, I'll give you a quick rundown of what I've sowed here. And then I'll show you what I sowed it in and with. So I got tall Verbena bonarosis, or just Verbena bonarosis, but I also sowed another Verbena called Sensation White. I've never grown Verbena Sensation White before, so that's a new one for me, pretty exciting. The next ones are Columbine Munstead White. Now I did that in a small cup. I've never grown that before. If it does take, which it may not, but if it does take, I'll then transplant the couple of plants that I may get out of that small cup out into the garden in the springtime. If it doesn't take, I have leftover seed so that I could try to do it next year after cold stratifying the seeds. I'm growing Rose Campion. Never did that before. It's another new one. It's an old plant apparently. And I'm doing like a whole little tray of that. And then I'm doing more sea holly, but I'm only doing a small cup because the deer keep eating my sea holly, and it's supposed to be deer resistant, and I'm not sure what that's all about, so I'm not going to get crazy into wasting the soil and space to grow a whole tray full of sea holly. I'll just try to grow maybe a few in a cup, see what happens, maybe plant them out in the garden, maybe next to some alliums. Maybe between the alliums, the sea holly, maybe the deer will stay away. I don't know. The next thing I sowed was a lot of foxglove. Foxgloves come in various different sizes and some shapes. So I'm growing some foxglove milk chocolate. Never grew that one before. I'm growing strawberry foxglove summer king. Also never grew that one before. Despite the name, it only gets to about 4 foot high. The name king, you'd think it maybe get a little larger. The next one is the only one out of all of these that I purchased from something other than Select Seeds, which was Floret Flowers, and this is Apricot Beauty. Allegedly gets up to 5 foot tall. I'm trying some of that. I'm growing white foxglove, rusty foxglove, Gigantea Gelber Herald. I'll put that name right here. Never grown that variety before. Allegedly another variety that gets up to 5 foot tall. And then let's see, a Dalmatian peach foxglove. I think I've grown that one before. I'm not sure, but I'm growing some more of it because I have some more space this upcoming year to grow foxglove. And then last but not least is foxglove Dalmatian White. It's a short foxglove. I believe it's only 2.5 feet tall. We'll see what grows there, but let me show you what I sowed some of them in. So for instance, the milk chocolate. Now I've never grown that variety before. I don't know how it's going to take off. I don't know how it's going to grow. I'm not even sure I'm going to like it. So instead of wasting a big tray, I just grabbed a small pot, put the seeds in there, tamped it down, everything's watered, life is good, and we'll see what takes off, what doesn't take off. If I do like the variety, I have leftover seed, I can always sow more next year. Another one is the strawberry foxglove Summer King. That one I grew in a wider pot. Basic same premise, surface sowed, everything's wet, pressed down. Needs light to germinate. We'll see what happens. The white foxglove is, I believe it gets up to 4 or 5 foot tall. Not sure, but I grew a whole tray of that, a big tray here. And again, we'll see what happens, what germinates. Hopefully I get some good germination out of that. Now all foxglove seed is small, but I think the Apricot Beauty foxglove was even smaller than the rest. I used the whole packet here in a small tray, and we'll see what happens. If all of the seeds or most of the seeds germinate, I have no problem up-potting them, pricking them out from these and up-potting them. If only half the tray germinates, so be it. I can leave them in the tray just a little bit longer, but these are good seed starting trays. If you're curious about where I got these trays from, it's Greenhouse Megastore. I don't have an affiliate link to them yet, but if you head over to Greenhouse Megastore, you can get yourself some of these nice black trays. They're very, very thick plastic. They should last you maybe forever. Again, very thick plastic. They have holes on the bottom, so Very nice tray. The other seedlings and stuff are all in very similar either pots or trays elsewhere. I want to make a few notes here. When I started planting or trying to sow these seeds, my seed starting mix was very dry. And so I showed in the video how I basically just watered the tray after putting the seed starting mix in there, let it soak up that water, gave it a couple minutes, soak it up, and then sowed my seeds on top and either pressed into the soil to allow the seeds to then germinate in direct sunlight or cover it up with a little vermiculite. With the seed starting having begun, I'm going to have to come in here and just every day, check all the pots, water as needed, and on the bright sunny days when this greenhouse does get very warm, I'm just going to have to make sure that I stay on top of the watering so the seeds don't dry out. So seed starting 2024 has started. It's pretty exciting. It means spring is on the way. It's still far off though. Pretty much all the seeds I grew today needed anywhere from 10 to 12 to, I think a couple of them needed 14 weeks to germinate. So that's why I'm starting this so early. My last freeze date, by the way, I don't know if I've mentioned, is April 1st, allegedly. Mother Nature could have different plans, but by starting some of these seeds, which take longer to germinate and longer to grow, I have a head start on the season now. And yeah, it has begun. Did you know I have a newsletter? Head over to growinggreenfinger.com, scroll all the way down the bottom, you'll see newsletter. Go ahead and sign up for the newsletter. You get a monthly, one newsletter once a month. I'm not going to bombard you with spam. Just monthly recaps showing you all the videos that happened that month. And who knows, you may have missed one or two, and you'll click on the thing right in the newsletter and you can watch those videos there. Also, please go check out the links below, including my Etsy store. I have some new products coming out soon. Oh yeah, tell all the users, don't forget to subscribe. Click that bell icon to be notified when I do post up a new video. This way you won't miss any of my triumphs or tragedies here in the garden. It's getting dark, it's getting late. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today's video. Thank you to any and all new subscribers. Hopefully you can follow along as the gardening season goes and continues. If I forgot to mention anything, which I probably have, because I did explain a bunch of stuff in the footage that the mic wasn't turned on, please leave a comment below and then I can either answer your questions or somebody else can answer your questions. And have you guys started seed starting? Let me know in the comments below. Till then, I'm going to catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.